Today we're going to be checking out a brand new trailer from a company called Sgame, and they're working on a new game called Phantom Blade Zero, and it looks really cool, especially the gameplay. I saw a little tiny sneak peek of this on Twitter, and so I'm really excited to check this out. If you are new to my channel, I'm a game developer as well. I am a senior animator, been working in the industry for almost 20 years now. It's really crazy to think it's been that long. But anyway, what I do on this channel is break down these trailers in a unique way, something that you haven't seen before on another reaction and any of that stuff. So let's dive in and take a look. Phantom Blade Zero gameplay trailer. Here we go. PlayStation. I'm stoked that they're doing this in Unreal Engine 5. Because it's got a lot of potential because of that. Alright. We'll mainly watch this whole thing and then we'll break it down in detail. Oh, this is cool. Please tell me this goes into gameplay. Ooh, that was cool. Yes, go. Oh, dude, you see that? Oh, what? Wow, okay. The choreography of the other enemies is pretty cool. Oh, I love that. Yeah, the choreography of it's just neat. Oh. I like that other move where he throws the blade out. Dude, this gameplay's wicked. Oh, that was cool. He fucking grabs the guy and then kicks him out. That was sick. And if you look carefully, like, every now and then, these group of characters are not all, like the enemies, they don't all stay together. Some of them will, two of them will come out at you, and those two will be doing the same thing, and then the group behind them will be doing something else. And then sometimes it's like 4 of them, sometimes it's 3 of them. Like, wow, it's really impressive how much they've broken it up, but also kept it really unique. Oh. See what I mean? Oh, that was cool. Jeez. How many times you gotta cut that guy? Wow. Their health bars are insane. Oh, that's cool. Oh. That's such a cool move. What is he doing? Oh, dude, what? He just brought that guy back to life. Dude, we gotta break. We're gonna break down this trailer. This is gonna be a 20-minute video, 30-minute video. Oh, no wonder everyone likes this game. This is all hyped up right now. Oh. Okay. Shredding. Oh, that was cool. The dodge back. Dude, that last piece of gameplay was so sick. Whoa, the hollowed out faces. Whoa, what happened to that animation problem there? Wow. What in the world? That's not creepy. Whoa, he's like controlling him by a... Oh, cool. Holy shit, this audio. Wonder if this gets copyright striked because of that. What? I'm not sure, but check this out. Wow, look at that. What an interesting gameplay concept. Dude, this audio is nuts. I gotta turn this down, I'm sorry. Wow. This is so cool though. Look at how his legs and arms are being like tangled by the rope, and then that's kind of like a gameplay element, or not kinda, that is the gameplay element. Him dangling from that and you having to try to hit him as he's dangling from that is just very unique. They're doing a lot of unique gameplay in here that's new. I feel like this game is probably going to be full of just really, really unique gameplay elements that we've never seen before in a game. It's really incredible. It's, to the naked eye, right? To the subtle eye, or you don't notice it, but there's actually a lot of unique things coming out here. Like, we're going to go back to the beginning of it. I'll break down some of it because they're doing some very unique gameplay combat elements in here that are just new to gaming, to the genre, I feel, which is very surprising. It's hard to do that. It's hard to come up with a brand new concept, a new gameplay thing like that. Like that right there was a that's so cool. It's very unique. Because like you can have once he's up on the string, you can have elements of him like they just showed where he like swings from one area to the next, or ones where he's like tangled up and spinning around trying to get you, and ones where he's like suspended and shooting stuff at you. There's so many unique things that you can do with this one little concept, and they're doing almost all of them. See? He like climbed himself up. That is so badass. Wow. Ooh, fancy. Oh, this is so bad. This is so Oh. Dude, these guys aren't playing around with this trailer, bro. Ooh. The snake sword. Soft snake. Whoa. Oh, he's oh, dude, impressive. Whoever did that animation fucking deserves an award. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Holy shit. You know, I haven't seen something like that in a very long time. I don't think ever, to be honest. They showed some very unique gameplay in that trailer. And at the end there, they just went, okay, enough of that gameplay. Let's fade all that out. Check how badass this character is. Watch this. And then they just show off of him just that was pretty cool, dude. All right, let's break down this trailer and go some, let's break it down slow motion for you. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Let's overanalyze this thing from a gameplay perspective because that's where this really, really shines. First off, they're doing this in the Unreal Engine 5, which I said before is really awesome. I'm glad they're doing that. It just opens the potential for so many things, and it right now that engine, it's not going to hold you back. If anything, it's going to help you make your game better. So I'm stoked they're using that, first off. Now, this one scene that I saw here, it's very interesting because they, if you look, the background looks completely separated from the foreground, you know? Like it doesn't look like the depth of field looks correct. It looks like we're looking at two different pieces of elements here with the focal length and the compression of the video. I don't know how to explain it, but if you look carefully, this doesn't look right. It just looks like a picture behind it. Like it's being faked or something. I don't know how to explain it. This is dope. Even though this has been done a lot in this genre, I really like the like broken hat down the seam and you can see the fucking characters. I like that. It's cool. So sometimes things are like cliche, but they're cliche for a reason because they look so badass, right? Shout out to Sgame. I think they've done a phenomenal job on this whole entire trailer, especially to show off the gameplay. This is a great gameplay trailer. So shout out to them. They did an awesome job at it. They If you look closely, there's a lot of elements in here that are changed and are brand new and are kind of out of this world and unique. And like so like these creatures right here, these characters, whatever they are, they move in a very interesting way, right? Very creepy, fast, and it's nice contrast to him. He's so patient, calm, ready for the action, ready to just slice everyone down. That's what you do as a, a ninja or a samurai or a, this type of character. So it's really badass to see this big swooping angle and he's just standing there like, "What? What's up?" And they're like like running around him and he's just waiting for his moment. It's pretty cool. The contrast it shows is just really unique. It's cool. And then what I like about this element here is that these characters, these enemies, all sort of move in formation, but they don't at all. Like they seem to move in formation in packs and like it's very uniquely choreographed. Like see, they all kind of move right here and do this unique sword thing and get ready, right? But then once the gameplay like starts and they start attacking this guy and stuff starts going crazy, right? Like once this starts getting going, right here, boom, they're all in sync, right? And one thing that's really cool here, I mean, come on, we can't not touch on this, is the aspect of this gameplay element here of you being able to dodge and then stand on all their swords like Zoro or something. Oh, come on, that is wicked. And then I noticed that they don't do the same one every time. There's like three of these. There's like one where he jumps off and kicks, and one where he takes it off a guy. So, see, boom, he does one with a kick and then jumps back. And I don't think they're all like that. So they got variations in the animations on all that stuff, which is really cool. And this is cool too. It shows that there's interaction with the enemies that take over and connect the two characters together. See this here? Like right after this, bink, they're going to start getting connected. See, he should be holding his arm, but he's not because this is in game. It's not a cutscene. So the game engine has a hard time aligning these people perfectly. So if you look, his hand right here is not actually grabbing the guy's arm. See that? It's missing. It should be grabbing his arm, but it's missing just a little bit. Not a little bit, quite a lot. See that? But right about here, it links up pretty well. And then look, boom, grabs him, starts throwing him over. This is pretty cool. It's showing that like the enemy can like grab you and take a hold of you and it's kind of cool. A lot of games won't do that. The enemy won't actually physically grab you. And see how they're all choreographed right here? Boom, boom, boom. Ah. And then this is right when the moment, I can do the move again. Jumps up, boom. Zoro. Phantom Blade Zero. Actually, Phantom Blade Zoro. And, one thing I wanted to touch on is that they don't make the characters like spongy, or not spongy, but like weak. It's cool that like all these guys have pretty decent health bars. Like I was just playing God of War Ragnarok recently on my stream. Shout out if you've not joined the stream. I do live streams here, so come join us as much as you can. But anyway, I was playing live last night, and one of the best parts about the live stream and just having fun and playing the actual game was that it was difficult. The characters I had to beat were very difficult. It took me like a half hour, even longer, to beat this one little section, this one little boss. And that's how this game looks like it could be. So it could be very kind of challenging as a player to figure out how these guys move and how you're going to dynamically kind of navigate your way about like battling them, right? So this type of game is really fun for most players because of that. It's very challenging. That's why they hearken it to Dark Souls and all these different things. They don't want to be compared to that, and they shouldn't be because this gameplay is very different. You can tell it's very combo based driven. It's very like trigger based. Like you want to time out things a certain way, and it's like that too in the other game. But what I mean is this is much different. Look at these two characters are completely locked onto each other. Did you see that? But see, a lot of the stuff, when you see it in slow motion, it'll point out a lot of the little tiny animation flaws. And they happen within a game, especially when you're doing stuff like this, when you're launching around and doing multiple attacks and see, like we know that it's not going to look perfect. Like those blades aren't going to wrap around perfectly and all that because it's not a cutscene and it doesn't. When you're flying around that game, it has a hard time linking these things up perfectly. That nonetheless, gameplay so sick. I'm loving the different variations that they're doing in here with all the different choreography and his different motions. They're so well done. That's a cool moment too. They have unique enders, which is just like in God of War, right? Like once you've beaten the guy a whole bunch in God of War, it'll say R3, and you can run up and he'll just do like an ending animation where he'll do something very unique, like cutscene style. The camera will get close, he'll rip his jaw off. That's cool. I love to see stuff like that, and it looks like they're doing some of that in here. Like there's a little ending move where you can jump and push him off and different shit. It's pretty dope. I can see why this game is getting lots of hype. The gameplay is what is driving this game so much. It doesn't look, super beautiful. Like this cloth doesn't look super realistic, but nobody cares. That's not the point. The game is going to be super fun to play. I guarantee it. And then if you look closely here, I saw some weird animation thing going on where his like leg freaks out when I first watched this trailer. Watch. See this? Right there. It like freaks out. See that? Look at his leg over here on the top left of your screen. Look, it's coming in here. Looks nice. Looks nice, looks nice, looks nice, looks nice. And then boink, it just twists up on itself. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, it breaks out completely. It just and what's happening there, if you guys don't know, is the inverse kinematics is called IK, is it doesn't know what to do. And so it's freaking out trying to get back to the same place. It's sometimes it's over rotating past 360 degrees and in a certain direction, and it'll cause it to just freak out like that. It just depends, but that's what's happening right there. It's interesting to see that. Don't. Bomber. Because look, if you look at the other character, yeah, the guy on the right of the screen, he didn't get messed up. His animation kind of plays okay. So it's very interesting to see that in here. It's very small. You barely notice it. Like if you just play it, you can barely see it, but I noticed it right away. Watch. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Other than that, there's a very small animation and flaws per se that are or things that to critique in this because I think it's great. I really like the idea. It's dark and fantasy and evil and like I was saying earlier when I was breaking down this a little bit when we watched it was that this is a unique element that the character like dangling from these things. And then also right here, watch this. When I was playing this, you can tell the character pops in, if that makes sense. I'll show you. Let it play for right here. Ooh, see? So watch. See that? You probably didn't notice that when you first watched the trailer. But what's happening right there is the Unreal Engine is loading in the scene, right? In the like sequencer and the camera. But it doesn't load in everything all at once. Sometimes things will pop in like a frame later or 2 frames later, and that's what's happening right here. Look, like the scene loads in, 1 frame goes by. Oh, there's the guy. Look, his sword and that blood stuff on is there, but look, he's not there until like 2 or 3 frames. Bink, and then he all of a sudden he's in the frame, which is wild. I'm surprised they didn't cut that afterwards. It makes me think that this is made all in the engine and then they pushed it all out because you would notice this little piece right here not loading in all the way, right? I mean, I'm over analyzing this or going into great detail, but that's kind of what this channel is all about. And I want to show you guys these little things that you might have missed because these are why games are created like and get bugs. And this is one of this is just a tiny little bug that they probably didn't catch before moving into the full release of the trailer. You know, they didn't edit it and cut out those couple frames. And this is so cool though. The guy dangling from these ropes and that being like a whole entire boss battle gameplay element is really cool. Look, see the way he swings around. They probably did a bunch of reference of like what do you call it? The girls that like dangle on those on the cloth. You know what I'm talking about? That is so cool. And they probably did a lot of that to figure out how is he going to climb himself up the ropes? How is he going to, swing forward and do an attack? Like that's what I would use for video reference is a lot of those girls and people will dangle from that long piece of cloth and they're only using the cloth to pull themselves up and swing around. And that's kind of what this is. It's not cloth, it's a rope, but it's very similar to what would happen. It's cool. It's such a unique element. I keep saying that, but it really is. You know, nowadays it's hard to come up with a different gameplay element that no one's ever seen before. It is. It's just really hard. Most stuff has been done. It's hard to do, and so I'm giving them props right now because Sgame has done something really cool here, just with this boss alone. So cool. And then later on here, it shows like, wow, look at him just like walking in place. That looked a little funky. But later on here, um, let me fast forward it right here. It shows a really cool, unique thing too, where he like he like spews out like some kind of, I don't know what that is. Um, so if it's like electricity or some kind of what, but that's a it plays into what how this looks, right? Like he's dangling from all these ropes and then he shoots out like these electrical ropes almost that can hurt you, right? And so it plays in perfectly with the gameplay and who this character kind of is, this enemy, right? Dope, dude. Wow. I think they did a really good job on all this stuff. They they've really taken their time to make something unique here. And I think that like when it's all said and done, this is just a little teaser of what we're going to see. So there's probably a bunch of really cool bosses that we haven't seen yet. There's probably a lot of really unique battles that we have no idea that they're in the game, right? This game's probably hours long. We only saw what 10 minutes or something. So, really stoked on this. Phantom Blade, I'm stoked. It looks like the release date will be announced later this year. And I can't leave without talking about this section here. This last animation section is really great. I'm impressed with the sword and how they're able to make it look kind of fluid but yet rigid when it needs to be, and how it never kind of loses that. See, that looks great. How it comes in and just it's really loose and then it stiffens out at the end right when it needs to. It's so cool. It's once again a very unique element. It's something new. It's something different that like it's been tried to be done before, but this is done kind of perfectly. The concept of it. And I really commend the team over there for doing a good job at like following beautiful curves and line of action. Like when they show these like swishing blade swipes with the red and the white, it really goes to show you the path that the sword is taking, and then the path of the sword is taking a beautiful curved path. And that's what you do when you fight like a samurai and a ninja. It's graceful as well. Like this is beautiful. It's like dancing, but in a beautiful way with a dangerous weapon, right? And they've really shown that off here in this little tiny piece of him dancing around and showing off the sword. It's just incredible. And I love what they did here. You need the motion blur. You need all this stuff because it's movement, it's flowing. And him just beautifully going around in here looks so good. Wowza. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of breakdown of the trailer for Phantom Blade Zero. If you did, you know what buttons to press. I really appreciate all your guys' time and support. It goes a long way if you hit the like button, you smack it for me, you share the stuff with your friends. I have a Discord server. Come join us. We do all kinds of cool stuff and sharing memes on there. It's a vibe for sure. Also, I do live streams, so put on your notifications. I come and go all the time at random times. I try to do a schedule, but you never know while I'm going live, so I highly recommend turning on notifications. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.